Hello, welcome back once again to this channel. This video is a part 2 guide on how you can use PixelLab to design. It's a part 2 guide. On the part 1 video, we talked about how we can use this upper region tools over here. So if you can't find the video, kindly go to the channel or the direct link the description of this video and get it. And in this second part of this video, we'll be looking at this second region of this design, which is the lower part. We talked about the upper part in our previous video, and today we'll be looking at this lower part of this video. So now, without wasting much of time, let's get back into this video. Okay, so what's this I'll be looking at on this major app. So what this first icon over here does is that it gives you the ability to access all your previous projects. It gives you the ability to access all your previous projects. For example, if I click on this, these are the projects I'm working on. I have presently was on my app, so I can easily go back to any of this video and click on it and what make an edit over them. So I won't be clicking on it because of for some privacy's sake. And what this does is give you the default, it gives you a default interface of what you want to work in. This is the default one. For example, you can also click on this. So like if you find any of this default interface helpful, you can easily click them and work on them and make some this way edits. And these are what this ones does. So these are just basic ones. So we are done with this one. And so click going on to this a part. Going on to this A part, what this A icon does is that it helps you edit text only. It helps you with edit text only. You can only work on text when you are on this A part. But you notice something, anytime I click one of this icon, it's going to bring a blue or like depending on the color, but it's going to indicate that I'm working on it. So if I'm on this, I can't do any other thing except I want to work with the normal interface. But if I'm on this A, I can only work with text. If you're on this A, you can only work on text. For example, you can bring a new text just like you can bring a new text from above here. So when you click on this text, since like just look for example, when I clicked on the text and import text, it gives me other things I can do on text. So what this does is that what this first one edit does is that it helps you edit your text and bring in new text. Let me just say part two, and after that, this gives you the ability to delete, delete your text. But let me undo this back, and this gives you the ability to copy your text. Can you see like I have copied it even almost 4 times now? I've copied it almost 4 times now. Can you see what I've copied? And what this does also is that it helps you this next one, it helps you bring in um let me take for example, let me bring in a shape from my gallery. Let me bring in a shape, okay, just for to emphasize on this. So if I'm on this, according to this text, this shape is behind and this text, oh okay, this shape is before this shape. So if I move this shape over here, the text won't show because what this image or this picture has covered it. But if I want to bring in the text to show at the front of that image, I can easily go on this text and go what bring to front, and it's going to bring the text what to front of that of the image. So these are like this, what this thing do over here is that it makes you align your how you want them to show in the order you want what your elements what to show in your design. So this helps you to bring in text to the front, and this helps you to take text what to the back. So let me bring in the front. I can easily delete some of this. Okay, so let me bring this over here. So still on this text part, this ability, this next icon gives you the ability to move your text manually, and it even gives you perfection. So what this does is that like the way you want it to move, the faster you want it to move is how you can just work on this glider. So if I increase it, it's going to make it faster, and if I reduce it, so that is the job, it makes it slower. So when you are done, click on this plus click on this check mark icon, and if you don't want the what you've done to show, you can easily click on this X. And what this next icon does, which is relative position, helps you to just move your text or element to exact position. So if I click on this, can you see it take me to the extreme part of my right hand side, and if I click on this, it take it to the extreme part of the left hand side. This centralizes to the middle, and this will give it the exact middle part, and this take it up and this take it down. So these are just easy tools you can just get on your own. This gives me the ability to increase the size of anything of the text. Make sure like it's text, this only work with text. It gives you the ability to work with text. And this one like is more like padding. So if you're working with some fonts, this thing may have covered it, so you can easily work with this to increase the padding. Like it just like give you the space from the left hand side. You can click this check mark on when you are done, and you can click this mark on not to undo what you've done on the text. So if I undo it, it won't apply, and you can click this X to just exit it. And what give this next icon gives you the ability to color your text, to give your text a color. So just like what we work on earlier, you can easily work on this text, give it a gradient color, and stuff like that. And for moving on to this next one, this texture gives you the ability to put in let's say picture in your text. It gives you the ability to put in picture to like to match picture in your text. So if you click on it, and let me just go over and just bring in something to emphasize the point. Let me just go over to Facebook, and let me look for a picture that we can use. Let me just bring in a background. So let me use this. Okay. uh and working with this, also with this, what this does, if you want to bring in any picture, this will give this first is it a station, it gives you the ability to like choose the cover of the image you want to bring in. If I click this, it's going to resize. What this does is they have certain, like it helps you resize what you want to bring in, and this helps you to like just move things around, and this help you to go back, and you can unlock and just do it manually with your hands if you click on this lock. And this help you to what to just change the size, relative position of the picture you want to bring in, and also what this does. So if you don't want it, if you don't want to resize or do anything, you can click on this, and if you want to work, or if you are done with the what to editing, click on this check mark, and this help you to return it to proper distance. So if I click on this check mark, it's going to import it to the text. Remember, we are working on texture. We are working on text texture over here. We are working on text texture. And when you're done with that, the next one over here is ability, opacity. We've talked earlier. This helps to give you the hardness or hardness of, like, if you the one you wanted to show. This is what opacity does. If you want it to show, the more you want it to show. If you want to fade it, reduce it. If you want to increase it. So this one has another feature entirely, but it's not something to worry about for now. So click on check mark, and this one is just rotates. So rotates. If you want it to apply, click on this. If you don't want it to apply, redo it over here. And if you don't want it, you want to exit, just click on this. And what this does, mask tool. Oh, this tool is kind of complex. There's another video tutorial guide on this channel that will teach you how you can use the mask tool. This is another video guide entirely, so I won't be touching it for today's video tutorial guide. So click on exit. What this font, and this is the font. This page gives you the ability to bring in the kind of font that you work with. So if I click on it, so these are the default fonts over here, the default font that is on this PixelLab I'm using. So if you click on it, it's going to change it. It's going to change it to them. And I have my own font on my font folder that I work with, and this gives me the ability to choose recent projects. After you're done with that, this style, it gives you the ability to bold, give an italic and underline, and undo button over here. This makes you undo what you've done on the font. When you click OK, just click on OK. And the next thing is curve, just ability to curve text. So this is what this does. So okay, and background it gives you the ability to change the color or the background in the text. So I'll just go with this. So these are just basic things that you can work with. So this left button, like, increase the left background, and this increase the right background, and this one top, and this one left. And this radius works on the sharpness of the angles, over here. So let me go back to this background. So if I reduce the radius, can you see that it is like it reduced the sharpness? So moving on, this alignment, if you have a lot of text, you can easily align them to the left, to the middle, and no to the left. This one justifies it, so like, you can easily work with this. And what this does is that let me just undo this. What this spacing does is that it reduces the space in between text. It reduces the space in between text. If you have two or more words, when you click on it, it's going to increase the space between the words. And if you click on letters, it increases or reduces the spacing in between the text. And what this does, like if you have a lot of text, let's say text is at the front, at the back, at the middle, it reduces what's like the alignment, line spacing on the vertical part of your text. Okay, and this stroke gives you the ability to choose stroke. Also, their basic stroke, like a color that is more on what you're working on. So these are just the basic. Increase the font, increase the stroke color, stroke strength over here. And this is a shadow, gives you shadow over here, gives you shadow. So just work on it, and their basic user interface, they are friendly. So just do a lot of stuff over here. And so I'm not doing it perfectly because of I don't want to waste your time. And this next project over here gives you the makes you give your text inner shadow, just like the name implies. This shadow works on outside shadow, and this one work on the inner shadow. If I enable it, it gives the text an inner shadow, and this one gives the text what an outer shadow. This emboss tool is another tool entirely. It gives you the ability to work on text. So I have a another video tutorial guide that will talk on emboss. So it's another complex tool that you need to know. And 3D text perspective, it just gives you the ability to manipulate your text, to skew your text, and know to from different perspective. So that is what relative perspective does. And this 3D rotates means to rotate your text in a three-dimensional way, y-axis, and so so you can just give it this. And this one is a shadow, so it's something not to worry about. And giving to this last one, reflection, gives you the ability to reflect your text. So we are done with this A part, and what is like, just like I stated earlier, this A part mainly deals with text on your design, and what this next icon over here does is that it gives you, let me just delete this, what this does is it gives you the ability to work on shapes and picture. Remember, this one gives you the ability to work on text, and this second one over here gives you the ability to work on shapes and pictures, or any other thing that is different from text. If you want to work on text, go to this. If you want to work on shapes and picture, go to this. So if you click on it, it's going to bring in another option. This gives you the ability to select the custom sticker from your app. You can select custom sticker, and this import gives you the ability to bring in two or more to bring in pictures from your gallery. Just like you can bring in picture from your gallery by clicking this, you can also bring in picture from gallery by going over here, clicking on import. So if I click on import, it's going to take me to my phone gallery, and I can select pictures, and I can bring in pictures or image for this project. Okay, so click, if I'm on this, I can easily edit pictures. And so let me just undo to work. Let me finish with this before going to that. Okay, so what this was saying, and you can just draw, just like you can draw from this place. So and this one gives you the ability to bring in also different kind of shapes. So like we talked about it on the previous video, so select different shapes from this. And I've talked about all these tools in the part one video. You can check this video to get it. And this one is this is a Bezier tool, or is another video entirely, and I'm making another video about that. Gives you the ability to bring in arrows, so you can just work with the kind of arrow you want for your project, for your work. So I won't be dealing with that now. So I want to show you something again on when you work, or when you are on this third icon at this below part. When you bring in a shape, let's say for example you bring in a shape, When you bring in a shape and you click on this check icon, let me change the color. You click on this check icon over here, it's gonna bring another edit entirely. It's gonna bring another edit entirely, or even on pictures, it's gonna bring another edit entirely, and you can easily work with that. So let's say, for example, I'm working with this picture. Let me delete this. So I'm working with this. Is what it activates anytime I bring in a shape or picture is that it gives this also give me the ability to work on the pictures that I import. So this give me the ability to reselect picture. If I want to change it, I can just click it and bring in another picture. I can use this word to delete it and undo it from this part. And this I can use it to crop out certain part of the picture manually. Okay, and this I can copy it, and so let's delete this. I can recopy it, and this I've talked about it earlier. It makes you to bring a certain element to the front or to the back. So if to the front, to the back, this will help me to like move it around just like the a part. So but just like that, when you can work with this, so these are just basic things. So this give me to give it an entire color different from the one. So okay, and I can even give this a texture just like when we were working with this. I can also give this picture a texture that is different. Let me just take for example this. Let me bring in something like this. Okay, so can you see that the texture is now showing in the first image? So when you bring in texture, it gives you the ability to edit over here, and you can scale it. And moving on to the opacity. Opacity is just hardness or softness of the picture, and you can easily work with the color. You can grade color from here, filter color. You can grade color your distance from over here. And moving to this next one, what this stroke does, it gives your picture another stroke color, just like what you're seeing over here. And you can either increase the stroke color down here. And after that, this eraser tool helps you to clean out certain parts from your design. And when you click on that eraser tool, let me go back. When you click on that eraser tool, it's gonna take you to another interface. And what this first one does over here is that like it increases the size of the eraser. It increases the size of the cell. If I increase it, can you see how big it's gonna look? And if I reduce it, for example, can you see the difference? And now what this one next one does is gives you the ability like the sharpness of the eraser. If I look at it like because I increase this, can you see that it's different from this? What I the eraser tool over here is different from this. So this does will the sharpness of it. And when you are done with that, you can undo it over here, zoom it over here also, and work on it and resume it. And and if you are done with it, just click on this up here. So let me just undo what I've done to this. So and next mask tool, I told you there's another video for that. And you can this erase color, you can use it to clean out certain color from your design. For example, if I want to take and display a color, let me click on it again, enable it. You can easily pick certain color and erase them automatically from your picture. So if I click on this, I can easily delete this color. So the more I move this slider, it's going to show you the color that I want to remove. For example, I want to remove this. When you know the color, just click on this check mark, and it's going to remove the color from it. It's going to remove the color from it, and you can just tweak around this, and it makes it in it. Just walk around it actually. So they are simple and done. And this next one here, it gives you the ability to rotate and stuff like that. These are just basic things that we talked about earlier also. So when I'm done with this one, like I said earlier, this third check mark down here deals with what the pictures and shapes. And for this fourth icon over here, deals mainly with background of your canvas. This deals with mainly background what of your canvas. So let's say, for example, if I click on this, anything I do here will only apply to the background of my canvas. It will only apply. This first one, this A part will this with text, this second one this with images and picture, and this fourth one here deals mainly with background. So if I want to bring in the color of my background, so picking any color or gradient, so check mark it, If I want to make it transparent, click on it. If I want to determine the size of my design, I'll just go to this image size. Unless, for example, I think Instagram size is kind of 916. I can't remember, but just you can just work with this. So this is what this does, gives you the image size for your design. And this gives you the ability. Let me show. Okay, when you bring in, you want to like crop certain part of your background, so just click on this. The reason it's not bringing is because I don't have any background, but okay, so I'll come back to this. And what this image does is it gives you the ability like to choose from the custom images on PixelLab. So if I click on it, can you see that I can choose from this custom pitch from my PixelLab over here? Is that what this does? I can just choose from the custom picture from gallery from my PixelLab. And what this from gallery does is that it gives me the ability to bring in background from my phone, from my gallery. So if I click on it, it's going to take me to my own gallery, and I can just bring in any background and just work with it. And remember, this one deals with the this one deals with the custom picture on PixelLab, and this last icon gives you the ability to take pictures and was used for your background. And for this last icon down here, we are done with this. This one is just basic thing that does not really matter, but depending on how you master your tool, you can work with them. You can just resize the background. This also deals with the background of your image. If I gentler increase it, I know, can you see what it does? And this one gives a design noise, increase the noise, reduce the noise. And these stripes is just how you can just work with it, repeat and see. So these are just the basic video guide on how you can use your PixelLab. So this is the part 2 series. If you've not watched the part 1 series, kindly check through this channel and you will get this video. And so this will be the end of today's video tutorial guide, and this will be the end of this introduction to PixelLab. So any other video that will be released will be on how you can use the advanced tools that I've mentioned earlier. How you can design your first design on PixelLab, how you can make your first design your PixelLab. So kindly go through this channel and check out this video on how you can make your first design on PixelLab. So if you find this video helpful, like this video, subscribe to this channel, and share this video to a lot of creative friends. So be blessed.